Hi, I'm Tammy Cunningham, and I'm here with Elvira Hopper. She is a miracle mindset coach, an artistic healer, an artist healer, and an inspirational speaker. So, welcome, Elvira. Hi.
Thank you, Tammy. It's a joy to be here with you
Yay,
and
yay.
with your viewers.
And yours too. And so today we've been talking about storytelling, and I know that storytelling is a huge part of what you're doing and how you're healing the world. And so I'd love to hear more about what you're doing with storytelling.
That's a great question. So storytelling is important, I believe, because there's a lot of us stuck in a victim story, right? You know the victim story all too well. The one that people just want to tell over and over, and they just want to be validated for their story. And, you don't know about me and what I've been through and all that stuff, right? And there was a time in my life when that's how I lived because I didn't know what I know now. And anybody that would listen to my story, I would tell it. And anyway, the bottom line is that, that story was what was meant to, propel me out of an inauthentic life. I was a victim. I had a victim story because I lived so out of alignment with who I truly was. And I lived, as a people pleaser, as an imposter, just trying to look good to my parents, to society. And in my heart and soul, I was dying, Interesting. I always say heart and soul. And then I bring it to this point. I actually have a jazz band called Heart and Soul. And the irony of it is that I was always an artist my whole life, but I had to live it as a healthcare professional to make my parents happy and to make lots of money and, make society think I was something. And when I left behind that inauthentic life, I actually became a professional jazz singer at the age of 51. And my jazz band's called Heart and Soul. And we work on world-class jazz stages with Juno Award-winning artists. So that's the miracle that can happen. That's why I call myself a miracle mindset coach, because the system that helped me, the Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset, that's now become a movement, it was basically about shifting from an inauthentic crap magnet life to an authentic miracle magnet life. So the story now is just simply to show people where I was, but it's not to get sympathy and to get validation for being a victim. It's about just explaining I was an A and now I'm B. And the beautiful thing is that it's become a movement because I have miracle mindset mentors that you know too well because you're training them as well with your beautiful work, that are sharing their story, their message, and their magic with the world through my system. So I have a very powerful online platform that allows light workers, people that are here to help the planet evolve in their own unique way. They are basically using my system and sharing my tools, the tools that saved my life, that helped me go from crap magnet to miracle magnet without drugs, without therapy, without alcohol. But so they're sharing that piece, but they're also sharing their own magic. So what helps them? The Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset is a piece of that, but they also have other magic that's helped them. So they're going to be, using these tools to share with their tribes over year-long containers called Miracle Mindset Masterminds. And that's where this is, it's gone global and it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to help people feel that they are part of a community where they're safe, seen, celebrated, and supported. Those are 4 very important ground rules. And when people are being led by a miracle mindset mentor whose story inspires them in this beautiful container of 10 people, it's a small community, there is nothing they will not be able to accomplish. After a year, they will be different people. They will be transformed. They're going to be putting into practice the Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset on a monthly meeting. They're going to put into practice the individual Miracle Mindset mentors, magic as well. And then after a year, working out of these 2 textbooks, in community with each other, it's going to be amazing. What we're going to see happening. Yeah. The planet is evolving and you're training them. So yeah. So that's kind of an overview. Does that make sense?
It sure does. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. It's interesting because as we've been talking, I talk about storytelling in the work that I do, and the work where I go with storytelling is to I want people to retire their sad stories after 5 tellings, And the
Mm-hmm.
reason is because of the victim hit, or the when people aren't taking any sort of accountability for their story.
Yeah.
And so, you know, mostly what people are doing when they're retelling their story in the world is they're re-traumatizing themselves. But you've developed this system, which is absolutely glorious, because what you're doing is you're helping people find the accountability, and even further to find the actual light in the story. So they're not the sad stories anymore, are they?
Yes.
They're actually the inspiration stories now.
Yes, yes. There's stories of triumph. I was here, now I'm here. And I'm allowing, through this system, light workers are finding me because they want to serve the world with their story, but the one of transformation, not one of victimhood. And they are taking accountability, and they have shifted, and they are manifesting better things. And mine is just one set of tools that helps them to do that. But they're the ones that are making the difference. I give them all the credit for why this system's going to help the world. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I totally channeled it. It wasn't me. I needed it. I asked my higher power, give me a way out of this hell, because my story is the last 2 years of my corporate inauthentic life. I went through depression, anxiety, panic disorder, and at my very lowest, suicidal ideation. I said to my higher power, give me a way out of this hell. That's not drugs. That's not therapy, because I was a drug rep. I knew what they did to our body, and my dad suffered depression as well and all those things. So I didn't want to go the drug route. So I said, give me a way out. And I went through 2 years of therapy. So God bless therapists, but it takes too long. So I wanted something fast that was holistic. And as soon as I put it out there, I set the intention. Spirit, you know, my higher power, I call spirit, different things on different days, but spirit gave me the inspiration for this system. And I've never gone back to that darkness ever since 9 years since I've had this. So I know it's powerful, and I know it's for me to share it with the world. It's not just for me. There's a lot of people struggling in the darkness that don't have enough tools, and mine is just one set of tools, and that's all it is. And I'm just the mouthpiece for it. Here I am talking about it. But the mentors are the ones that are the heart of this movement.
Yeah.
And I get emotional when I say that, because I'm so grateful. I have the most amazing people. You know them, Tammy, because they're in your group, and you're training them as world-class facilitators. And I could not be more grateful for these amazing people.
Yeah.
And you.
Oh, thanks, darling. Yeah, I just love that we found each other, and it was through an amazing woman that we both know.
Yes, yes.
So grateful to meet you, and I'm excited about the training that we're doing with your people. To, you know, they're just such an incredible group of, mostly,
aren't they?
So far,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Although men are welcome too, but
yes,
I do find that usually women arrive first at this kind of beauty.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We are the goddesses, right? Well, the Dalai Lama said, one of my favorite quotes is, the Dalai Lama said, and you probably know this, so if any of your viewers here don't know it, the Dalai Lama said that the world will be saved by the Western woman.
Yes.
Like, I just want to cry, because these amazing women that are flying information with me, it was a prophecy that happened many years ago when I was a new coach. I left my inauthentic life behind to become a coach, and I was told that I'd be starting a world movement, and I wasn't doing it alone, and that I was like the bird in the front, and all these other birds are flying behind me. And it's happening as we speak. These are the women that are helping to transform the planet by helping individuals take back their power, to rise out of dark places, to go from being crap magnets to being miracle magnets, to doing all sorts of amazing stuff, because they're all healers, they're coaches in their hearts, whether they are, you know, officially like I am, but they are coaches. They want to help others. And they are helping the planet to evolve, like one person at a time. And we're going to have a lot of these communities called Miracle Mindset Masterminds. And we're helping the planet to evolve. And that's all there is to it. And that's why the Dalai Lama said that. I believe that you and I are at the forefront of that. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So what you're going to be doing, or what you have been doing, is running these year-long mastermind groups for people.
Yes.
So
yes.
that, I love doing a year-long program, by the way. I love like that 9 to 12 month kind of thing, because it does take a little minute for the cells to take it on, or the neural pathways to be retrained. And, you know, I remember when I did a weekend workshop, it was the Mastery of Self-Expression, which I now teach. And at the time, I thought, oh gosh, I'm not sure. I don't even understand what I just went through. You know what I mean? I was like 22 years old or something like that.
Really? Wow.
And so then, but I just kept coming back to it, because once you've done it, you can assist or observe for free for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Which is a great deal when you break it down, right?
Yeah,
So I was like, I'm going back for more. And so then I would go back every time. And then around, I don't know, I guess it must have been around 6-7 months later or something like that, I was walking down the street and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm actually in the moment right now. And
wow.
And it was like a long time since I'd been in the actual moment. You know, how people are like worrying into the future, or they're renegotiating their past, or they're just cringing over their past, or trying to have a different conversation than they really had, reinvention. So, but I just found myself, I was walking down the street. I was in Vancouver where I was living, and I saw these beautiful roses, and I stopped just to look at these gorgeous late blooming roses, and they were stunning, and they were old-fashioned roses. There was this beautiful fragrance, and I smelled them, and I just felt like I was part of the aliveness of that rose in that moment. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I am in the moment.
Wow.
Like it descended on me. So this is why I like a longer, I love to have those weekend intensives, but it's important to like stay with it.
Yes.
Keep absorbing the information.
Yes, absolutely.
And we absorb information in different ways as well. Like, even just watching a movie that you may have watched 10 years ago, just rewatching it, you're a completely different person.
It's new, exactly.
Like you're going to experience it from a different way, or see it from a more mature perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Yeah, it's so interesting. You said that about being in the moment. Like I live my life in the moment now. Like I literally, you know, I channel all that as an inspirational speaker. I just channel messages that I'm meant to share. So I have to be so in the moment. I can't be in my head, in my ego. I have to be in the moment, in my heart, and just, you know, channel whatever I'm supposed to channel. And I don't work a day in my life, Tammy, because I do a few different things, but none of it is work, because I'm so in the moment and I'm so loving my life. And I want everybody to live this way, especially my tribe, because I want them to share this with others. They're the mentors. And yeah, so I love that you said that. And, you know, the analogy of stopping to smell the roses, I love that you did that. You know, you actually stopped to smell the roses. The cliche.
I never thought of it that way.
That's the first thing I thought of when you said that. But yeah, the year long is so important, you know, and in our containers, the Miracle Mindset Masterminds, it's a year long, because it's one thing, you know, you take my course, it's called the VIP Mindset Reset. So it just shifts your thinking, takes away the victim story. It helps you see how you can become a miracle magnet forever. But it's one thing to learn it and go, oh, that's cool. It's another thing to put it into action, to live and breathe it. And that's what you do in the year-long containers with a mentor. And you practice my tools, and you live and practice the mentor's tools as well. So you can't help but transform after a year long. The synapses are firing differently after you've been in those kind of containers for a year long. So absolutely. I totally agree.
Yeah. It's just such a great method of doing it. And so, in terms of people who want to reach out to you and do the mastermind, how would people get involved? How do people find you?
Yeah. Okay. So we're just about to launch the brand new website that's going to have all this information on there. My old one, elvirahopper.com, doesn't have it yet. But we have a new website coming with the affiliate program. In other words, if you take the course, the VIP Mindset Reset Online, and you're like, I love this, these are tools that make sense, I would love to be a Miracle Mindset mentor to share these teachings and my own in a year-long container with my tribe. We actually if you have to have an interview with me over the phone first, but I just give the final stamp of approval. But once you've done the course and it resonates with you and you want to be able to hold your own, you can talk to me. If you just want to join a Miracle Mindset Mastermind, there's a whole slew of amazing women right now, not men yet, but there's amazing women that you can choose. You can look at their story and go, okay, I resonate with, Jennifer, for example, or I resonate with Kendra, or I resonate with Denise, like there's a whole bunch of amazing people that you can work with for a year long. And it's a really affordable way of doing personal development. So if you work with me one-on-one as a coach, I've been doing this for quite a few years, it costs 10 times the amount that it costs to work with a mentor for a year long, but you're in community. So it's a really beautiful model. And if you want to just use it for yourself for personal development, you can do that. If you want to use it and then be able to share it with others, you can actually create income if you're a light worker too. If you're someone who's been to the dark and has gone over to the light, and you want to help others, you're holding the torch going, come here, I know the way. If you want to do that, you can create really good income. It's set up to be affordable for the people taking it, but also really good income for the people that are the mentors, the Miracle Mindset mentors. So I'm super excited to be, like literally the one that channeled this idea, but I've got an amazing team behind me. Trust me, I didn't do this alone. Sasha Watkins of Watkins Keys and her team, she's got like a headquarters over in Dubai. They're amazing people putting together the background of this, and it's been happening for almost 2 years now. So it's ready to be launched. So does that answer the question?
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I have the thought that like everybody could use a little miracle mindset in their life.
Well, that's it. Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And if you're part of a community where you're simply, taking the next step forward, thinking a little differently so that it actually rewires your brain. That's what coaching studies have shown. Neuroplasticity studies have shown we can rewire our brains based on the new thoughts that we put in. So imagine a year long after you've been in this, like you are a new person. You are you 2.0. You're 1.0 right now. You become you 2.0 after a year long. And when you're safe, seen, celebrated, and supported, oh my God, anything is possible, because there's people who don't have that in their life with their families. They don't feel safe, seen, celebrated, and supported. There's people that don't even have that in their friendships, and they're going along and wondering what's missing. But when you become a part of these kind of communities, you become this incredible team, and anything is possible. And if I can just add, there's also a foundation piece to this work. So people that can't afford the very affordable prices that we have, they can actually put together, if there's 10 of them, they put together a request, and there's going to be a foundation covering the cost for these people that want to do this work for a year long. And so corporations are going to be paid for it. And one day when my business is popping and buzzing globally and we get to a really high figure, which I've been told happens rather quickly, I was shared that information, my husband and I become the foundation.
Nice.
And that always gets me emotional, because they say if your why doesn't make you cry, find another why. Exactly. And the why, right? The why stands for the world helped by you. That's your why. This is how we help the world, right? Isn't that great? Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, this is just a total dream, and it's been in the works for about like 8 or 9 years, I want to say. Yeah, it's about to take off any minute now. So yeah.
Great. That's so beautiful. Yeah, and I love that you're also, as we talked about, you brought me in as well to part of the training, and I am loving working with your ladies. Like, each one of them is a miracle. Truly,
aren't they amazing? And they love you. They love you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But we already have a Miracle Mindset Mastermind within us, because, your group is at Miracle Mindset Mastermind. Mine is, because we also have another group. And when women are so elevating each other, and we're at such a high vibration, we do become miracle magnets. We attract great things to us. When women are living in a low vibration of competition and ego, and it's all about me and all that kind of stuff, it can be a real crap show. Okay. And I do believe that the women in my group, they're all at this high vibration. They want to serve fiercely and humbly, because they know their story happened for them, not to them, so they can help others. And that's where the take on the story is you say, okay, it's a victim story, tell it 5 times and it's gone. Yeah. But, and in my version, it's like you have this, sorry, where was I going with this? I'm trying to remember now. I got distracted by a bird outside. Anyway, the bottom line is that, yeah, we serve with our stories, but they're not victim stories. They're stories of empowerment. They're stories of transformation. They're stories of you were here, you were an A, now you're a B, and then you can help others become Bs as well when they're part of your system. So I don't think I answered anyway, but yeah.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying, because it is like, I am definitely working with people to de-traumatize their lives. And that's usually what happens. I remember somebody telling me the story of going on a date, and she dug so deeply into all the meanings, and all the meanings were like hurting her. He did this and that meant this to me. And like that, that whole, the story I'm telling myself from Brene Brown, watching her again. I'm watching her like,
I love her. I love her.
So great. She's so great. Yeah. But yeah, these people, we don't just tell the story like, I walked into the room, I saw the person, I said hello. No, it's filled with all of our past traumas as well, and our interpretations and the filters that we're seeing through. And when people tell their trauma story without the healing that you're doing, what they're doing is they add a little more, and then they add a little more, and then they add a little more, and it becomes like the stamp collector. Do you know what I mean? It's not the story, and it becomes like a routine. They're eating out on this story. Do you know what I mean? Like they're entertaining all their friends with this story.
Yeah.
And sometimes pushing people away with their story, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot listen. I used to know this woman, and she just, every time I saw her over the course of 10 years, she told the same story about her health. And it was interesting because her health never got better. But I saw other people with the same conditions, and their health improved. So, she's just talking to herself all the time. Like, she just needed to retire that story.
Yeah. And how's she doing now? Did she do work with you? How's she doing now?
She didn't do work with me. And she's just like, she's really pushed away a lot of her friends. Yeah. It's hard to be around her.
Yeah.
She's this stunningly gorgeous woman. But then as soon as anybody starts talking to her, it's just like, it's like it's a low vibration. Like emotional vampire. Just like all she wants to do is retell that story. So
because she gets to stay stuck. She doesn't have to move forward. And people have fear, and their fear and ego can keep them stuck, right? I have this little actually it's cute. With reference to this person, I'm going to sing it. I have a tagline that I don't know if you heard this, Tammy. Did I ever sing for you my tagline?
Sing the tagline. I can't wait to hear
it. It's a jingle because it was a tagline. I was working with this amazing coach. Shout out to Jaya Rose in Oregon. She said, Elvira, you have to have a tagline that you say at the end of all your videos so people know what it is that you do, because there's a ton of coaches out there. So we channeled, both of us channeled this tagline, and it was great. And the next morning I woke up after an amazing gig that I had, a jazz gig, and I said, I have this great tagline, and I'm a singer. I'm going to sing my tagline. So remember the 70s jingles were really popular? So anyways, I'm a 70s girl. And so this is what came out of me that morning after my jazz show, okay? So this is it. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Get out of your own effing way. Your miracle life awaits. Yeah. Jazz hands. Because effing stands for fear and ego. When we're able to step back from our fear and ego, fear of moving forward, like I believe this person that you described, she had a fear of moving forward. So she got to stay stuck in her story. There's a good excuse to not move forward, right? Yeah. And her ego wants to run the show. We need to tell the ego what to do. And this is part of the work that I do with the Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset. It's putting the ego where it needs to be so that it doesn't control your life anymore. And it's about, I'm sorry to use the language, but I'm going to use it. It sounds to me like she will be a crap magnet for the rest of her life unless she chooses to have an intervention and go, okay, I'm better than this, right? These are all terminologies in my course. I'm better than this. And I don't want to be a crap magnet anymore. I want to be a miracle magnet. It's a decision. And when we get out of our own effing way, fear and ego, miracles can happen. So just a few little snippets into the work that I do. But
I love it. Oh, I love that so much. And you know what? I just have to give you some extra love right now because just the way that you speak this is so amazing. Like, you know, you always have these beautiful alliterations and ways of like, it's like poetry. Do you know what I mean? I'm so inspired by the poetry of how you think about your work and how you find ways to understand things that make perfect sense. Like effing has a whole new meaning to me starting today. And like, that's your poetry. That's your poetry. I really love it. Thank you for that.
Oh my God. Thank you for that acknowledgement. I received that, sister, with so much gratitude, and right back at you for whatever that's worth, because the way you speak just instills life in me. And yeah, so I'm just a channel. I'm literally just channeling as I'm talking, and spirit is saying, okay, say this, say this, say this. And I don't even think about it. I don't have a filter. I'm just sharing. And it's coming from a very humble place because I know it's not me. I'm just the face of this, right? Like, I actually believe that I was supposed to become a professional actor many years ago, just so I could be comfortable on a screen telling my story, telling these messages that are going to inspire people. And yeah, I mean, hopefully I can do it in a way that I'm not so fearful in front of the camera. So I think that's the only reason I was meant to become an actor. And a singer, well, it's here to show that whatever dreams we have in us, as a little girl, I wanted to be a cabaret singer. I was told that good girls don't do that. And my dad used a stronger word that I won't use right now because I don't know who's watching and might be offended. But essentially, my dad was an amazing singer. He never did anything with his art. My aunt was an opera singer. She got married, became a mother, had to hang up her opera dress, put on the apron. And in my family, you know, Italians, we were very, very proud people. We're afraid to be criticized. We're afraid to be judged. So we just live life to please others. And so as a kid, I saw this in my family. I came from a family of artists, but nobody did anything with it. I decided to break that family mindset, and I became professional at 51. So how crazy is that? There's anything in you, it can come out. So I that's one of my sayings. If you don't give up on your dream won't give up on you. And it's a matter of becoming the right person with the right mindset to have that come out of you. And I do work with a lot of artists, and I help them to take their art to the next level, because this mindset work really, really helps. It's about serving. It's about stepping away from your ego. It's about serving and letting your higher power guide you. Because that's all I do when I'm on stage. I literally just say, you know, use me. And I share a song, and I inspire people to go and do their thing, because I have a little talk at the end of my shows where, hey, I'm just doing what I love. Are you doing what you love? And some people will come up to me after shows and go, Elvira, I can't believe you did that song. It was so beautiful. It was my mother's favorite, and the way you sang it helped me to release, and now I feel better, and I didn't even realize I was still grieving. And I'll just look at people and go, wow, that's cool. Like, because I truly don't know what I do when I'm up on stage. I'm just being used. And that's what was shown to me, is that your voice is not here to just entertain. Hopefully I entertain a little bit, but your voice is here to help people to heal. Yes. And on the Love Your Vibe transformation, there's a membership site that has 3 elements: chi, community, healing, and inspiration. So global community that gets to connect there, healing through my audios, and I'm working with world-class producers and artists to create amazing audio. And inspiration is the new messages I get downloaded. I create new videos so that anybody that's having a breakdown at 3 a.m, just wants to raise their vibration, they can go there. They can click on whatever they want. I've got an amazing set of, and I don't have them here right now. I can go grab them, but essential oils that people can access as well, because one of my beautiful miracle mindset mentors, Jennifer, said, Elvira, we have to have essential oils because that raises your vibration. And ours are 100% pure, organic, Reiki, and sound healing blessed, because I'm a Reiki practitioner too, and I'm a sound healer. And so everything about the Love Your Vibe transformation, the membership site, is about raising people's vibration 24/7. So anyways, these are the things that I truly channeled. I didn't make any of them up. And I just get to live my dream of being a light worker to support others. And I don't work. Like literally when I'm on stage, I'm not working. When I'm coaching, I'm not working. When I'm doing my Miracle Mindset Masterminds, I'm not working. And that's how you know you're in your authenticity, your joy zone, when it doesn't feel like work, right? Like, tell me, Tammy, like when you're in the zone and you are delivering a message and people are nodding their heads and they're getting it, is it work for you?
Oh my God, it feels so good. And even coaching one-on-one, doing groups,
Yes.
all that stuff. I love my work so much.
Oh my God. Well, you're one-on-one with me. Oh my God. If I can give you a shout out, it's, you're not paying me for this, but it really was transformational. Like we didn't work that many sessions, but I just got to take back my power from a very negative situation that happened in Tuscany when I ran my first international retreat, but it happened for me, not to me, so that I can meet you. And that's where, you know, our mutual friend, Carla said, Elvira, you need to get group process, because it went to hell in a handbasket really quick, because I didn't have the knowledge that now I'm getting with you. And that's how, you know, we're gonna help everybody with facilitators that know what they're doing, and you're training us. So I'm so grateful for your work, and big shout out.
And it's an honor to be working with you, and especially knowing that you're making this huge difference already in the world. Huge.
Oh, I'm just the facilitator, but thank you.
Well, Elvira, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. This has been, as always, beautiful, and you're such a soul sister.
Oh, you are totally. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste to you and to all your beautiful viewers. And if they want to connect, if this inspires them, they can talk to you because there's an affiliate program. If they want to, you know, talk to you about what we're doing, or just check out my website, elvirahopper.com. It should be up very soon, hopefully by the time this is out or shortly thereafter. So thank you.
Awesome. Okay, people.
All right.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.